Run through my trap swings, I legit like Donald Trump. I ain't got no secret service phone. I don't know nothing about bands on the plane, no nothing.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Hey, I want my sack back. A kid named Rudy stole my hacky sack when I was in 3rd grade that got as a prize for being a good boy. And to this very day, I'm still very upset. If I ever find Rudy someday, I'm finna hurt that nigga for taking my sack. Really, Cyber? You're gonna hurt someone because they stole a hacky sack from you when you're in 3rd grade? Like, that's so immature. Well, I don't care. They hurt me. They hurt me. But hey, I'm not the only one that's hurt from having their sack taken away, because Mark Gastineau feels the exact same way.
You hurt me.
You hurt me. You hurt me.
You hurt me.
Now, who's Mark Gastineau, you may be asking? Well, basically, Mark Gastineau was defensive end for the New York Jets back in the 1980s. He was a key member of those New York Sack Exchange Jets teams, which was the front four of the defensive line that was known for racking up sacks. Bro, I fucking hate the Jets, but not gonna lie, the nickname New York Sack Exchange is a tough-ass nickname for a defensive line unit. Probably one of the greatest nicknames in sports history. Gastineau was also a 3-time first-team All-Pro, a 5-time Pro Bowler, the sack leader in 1983 and 84. Also in 1984, he had the most sacks in a season, or I should say had the most sacks in a season. Now you see, years later in 2001, Michael Strahan broke Gastineau's record, which is a record that's often been disputed because it's heavily speculated that Brett Favre purposely let Strahan sack him due to him being friends with Strahan. Now look, I'm not here to dispute whether or not Strahan was deserving of the record. However, as a Giants fan, I'll admit and say I'm happy he has the record. But instead, this video is going to be a case study on CTE and just how much it can really fry someone's brain into mushy scrambled eggs. I'll be showing y'all the ESPN video where he confronts Brett Favre about the record. Let's roll it.
But you know what? Everybody asks me, why aren't you in the Hall of Fame? Do you know how long I've thought about it? A long time. Somebody that had more sacks than anybody on that team, somebody that played their butt off, somebody that did more than anybody that had played. I don't know why I'm not in the Hall of Fame.
Now, I will admit, I actually do think that Gastineau does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, mainly because he probably had one of the best peaks for a pass rusher in NFL history from like 1981 to like 1985, as he led the league in sacks in consecutive years, was a 3-time first-team All-Pro. However, at the same time, I could definitely understand why he's not in the Hall of Fame. Like, his prime is pretty short, it was only like 4 to 5 years. And also stated on later in the video, he kind of had like this selfish style of play because he would only want to sack the quarterback and nothing else. Like, you know that one kid in a multiplayer team-based game that would only play just to get kills? Like, they won't contribute to other aspects of the game that actually help the team win. And then when the team loses, they cry like a little bitch and blame their teammates for losing, even though all they did was just bait their teammate out for kills. I got 43 kills and we still lost the game. Like, my teammates are so ass, dude. But hey, don't worry, Gastineau. Maybe once you, God forbid, die, people will look back at you more fondly, and then you'll get voted into Hall of Fame. However, you probably just won't be alive to see it.
I know I was elected to the Hall of Fame, and you know, he feels that he should have a nod now. Don't live and die by that, because you're gonna die. You're gonna die with it more than live.
I told people you're the greatest athlete I've ever played with, but I will tell you this. You were selfish. If you don't want to admit you were selfish, fine. That's my opinion. You were selfish.
He didn't care about making a tackle on a running back. If it wasn't the quarterback, he didn't care. Mark was an awesome talent, one-dimensional or not. You have a specialist that rushed the passer now. So he changed the game in that sense.
Okay, y'all, this is completely unrelated to the video, but I just had a question that just popped up in my head randomly. Who would y'all rather get brutally tackled by? And keep in mind, all of these guys are in their prime, right? Steve Atwater, Cam Chancellor, Brian Dawkins, or Troy Polamalu? Let me know in the comment section down below.
Mark Gastineau's record of 22 sacks in a single season, which he achieved in 1984, stood until the final minutes of the 2001 season.
Strahan gets the sack. And you know what? No one's happier than Brett Favre. He gets the record. Well, he got to give me is what he got.
There was nobody else that wanted Michael to get that more than Brett, and he showed it right there.
I didn't know what had happened. The NFL should have stopped that. and said, listen, no, that's not a sack. He took my record away from me. Anybody will tell you Brett Favre took a dive. And you know it, she knows it, he knows it, and everybody knows it.
Now look, I know I said I wouldn't focus too much on debating whether or not Strahan's record is legitimate, but I gotta be honest with y'all, as a Giants fan, I can't lie. Brett Favre definitely took a dive for him. Now look, I know I shouldn't be admitting that as a Giants fan. I know I shouldn't be admitting that, but like, come on now, just look at his shit. Just look at his shit. Favre gave that sack for free, bruh. Also, you know what? As a Giants fan, shout out to Brett Favre, because if it wasn't for him diving for Strahan, he wouldn't have the sack record. Also, if it wasn't for him throwing that interception in the 2007 NFC Championship game, the Giants don't make the Super Bowl and beat the 16-year-old Patriots. You can steal all the welfare money in the world, Brett Favre, but since you helped my Giants out, I can never hate you.
Excuse me. Finally met. Now you tell
we
me.
met a long time ago. At least I saw you.
Right.
How you doing?
When you fell down for him. I'm gonna get my sack back. I'm gonna get my sack back, dude.
You probably would hurt me.
Well, I don't care. You hurt me. You hurt me.
This whole confrontation is just so funny. I want my sack back. I'm gonna get my sack back, dude. And then Favre is like, well, you probably hurt me. Then Gastineau's like, well, I don't care. You hurt me. You hurt me. Like, when he says, you hurt me, like, that shit sounded like it came from the soul, bro.
You hurt me. You hurt me. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You really hurt me. You hurt me, Brett.
We got to get back to this, Brett. I'm sorry.
Did y'all see the way Favre just starts slowly moving back? Like, I think when Gastineau first confronts Favre, and Gastineau's like, I'm gonna get my sack back, dude. Favre is probably trying to assume that he was joking, but then it reached a point where Favre realized he wasn't joking, so he started slowly moving back because he was legitimately scared that Gastineau was gonna literally sack him. Literally everything about this is so funny. The fact that Gastineau's confronting Favre like a pissed off little boy. The fact that Gastineau sounds legitimately upset over a record that was broken over 20 years ago. The fact that Favre is just so dumbfounded by the whole thing. The fact that somehow, some way, Gastineau makes Brett Favre, the guy who stole welfare money from poor people, by the way, look like the decent person in this situation. And the fact that both of these motherfuckers got CTE. But you know what? I'm really not gonna shit on Gastineau here too much because yeah, what he did here makes him look childish. However, at the same time, it's pretty obvious from the way he's speaking and his mannerisms that he's not well. Like, the CTE looks like it's really bad in his case. And he actually suffers from things like dementia, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's. And he also fought cancer as well. So I can't help but feel very sorry for this man. It's just that this particular confrontation is just so funny. Hey, I could get my sack back. I could get my sack back, dude. When Okoroku from Don Da Don got his balls stolen.
I'm gonna get my sack back.
Santa Claus when he realizes that a nigga stole his bag full of gifts.
I'm gonna get my sack back.
When the sex offender gets castrated as punishment.
I'm gonna get my sack back.
Anyways, y'all, that's it for today's video. Let this be a lesson that CTE is no laughing matter. Or sometimes it can be a laughing matter because it can create confrontations like this. Also, I still want my sack back.